Peace guys, my name is Kay and I am a messenger of the universe. Another video today and I'm coming back and I'm going to be doing a past life reading. So this is actually my very first past life reading I've done. I've actually never done like any personal past life readings, but I figured why not, do a video for my YouTube channel. Keep in mind that this past life reading, you're gonna have to take the information that resonates and what doesn't, because everyone's past life is different, okay? You guys might have the collective past life readings are like general past lives, and so it's like general information on like past lives for a group of people. So your specific story is like, very unique just like everyone else, okay? So just take the information that resonates and take the information that doesn't, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the piles here. We have pile 1 with Flourite here. I connect this stone to like life purpose, like I use this to manifest my life purpose and like what I'm supposed to be doing with my life and things like that. Hematite here, I use this to remove all that negative energy, get rid of it, period, Then I have Smokey Quartz here, removing all that negative energy as well, attracting all that positive energy. And then lastly, rose quartz. Everyone loves rose quartz, okay? Love, relationships, all that good stuff, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get started with pile number 1 at 127, okay? So hopefully no one interrupts me while I'm recording, so. Okay. So pile number 1, this is going to be your past life reading. Keep in mind this is general, so all of this information, like not all of it doesn't have to apply to you. Just take everything that resonates with you, leave what doesn't. And I think I'm going to turn down the music in the back. It might be a little bit too loud, so be right back. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with your reading. So I did a little bit automatic writing before I did the piles, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you like the information that I wrote down regarding your past life. So, oh my gosh, my hair got stuck in my nail. Okay, it's fixed. Okay, so I feel like in this past life, and keep in mind there are like many past lives, okay? This is just one of many. So like this could be something new that you've heard about, or you could like already be aware of this already. But so I feel like in a past life, a lot of you, this is like male energy. You could be a female, but I just got a lot of male energy from this. And I feel like you were someone that like wanted to start a business, or you did start a business. Like sales, you're a salesperson, you're probably into the market and business. You might be interested in those things in this lifetime, but I really feel like you were a businessman in your past life, and you had a lot of motivation to get your I feel like you actually had motivation issues. I wrote motivation, but I forgot it's motivation issues. I feel like you had problems like being motivated to like follow your dreams, basically. I feel like that was definitely an issue that you dealt with in your past life. I feel like even there could have been a point where your business even went into the ground. I don't know, like I got that message in my head, so I just wrote it down. And I also feel like you had self-esteem issues. You probably related like your life purpose to like your self-esteem. So if things went bad for you in your job and your business, then you're like, well, things are going bad for my life, like it's my fault, like just self-esteem issues. But I really feel like you had big dreams for yourself in your business. You had like really extreme big dreams for yourself, and you really wanted to achieve them. So let's go ahead and see what these cards you have. Justice, Judgment, Ace of Wands, 5 of Wands, Strength, 8 of Swords, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, I'm gonna put this here. All right. 10 of Cups reversed, the Empress, 7 of Swords reversed, 5 of Swords reversed. Your angel cards, you got the Angel of Trust, the Angel of Faith, the Angel of Freedom, the Angel of Surrender. Here we have Strength, 4 of Cups, Knight of Cups, the Empress reversed, King of Wands. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then lastly, your oracle cards. You have It's Time to Take Action, New Moon in Aries, and Have Faith in Your Dreams, Waxing Crescent Moon. So I'm going to start off with the oracle cards. So I feel like you really did, you were working a lot towards your job. Like I feel like you honestly had like an idea that it was like something that kind of, I feel like you like kind of like it was almost like you woke up one day and you had this huge idea and you were like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta, you know, I gotta start this, because you have the Ace of Wands here, and this is definitely like that, like just that spark of like imagination, that spark of like inspiration, and you're like, I gotta go for this, I want to go for this. And I feel like your business, or you know, your dream, whatever it was, it doesn't have to be a business, but I feel like for a majority of you it was, but whatever it was that you had an idea of, your inspiration, it was something that a lot of people attacked. I feel like a lot of people would attack you for this dream that you had. They would like make you kind of feel like you thought that it was really special to you, but other people were like, what is wrong with you? Like, this is not gonna take off. Like, what? No. Like, they were just like, they really, like, I feel like they really made you doubt yourself. But you also have strength here in both of the oracle cards. So I'm gonna show you guys this. So this strength card, I feel like you really did have a lot of strength. Okay, you like, despite what everyone said, you were like, no, this is my idea. You may not like it, but this is what I'm holding on to because I believe in myself, and I'm gonna go for it. Because you have the King of Wands here. Like, you really stood your ground when it came to this idea. You're like, no one's gonna stop me from like going big, you know, because you also have faith in your dreams. So I feel like at first with your self-esteem or your motivation issues, you really did struggle with that, and probably as it was like your business or your dream, whatever, as it was growing, you had trouble like holding on to like the idea, because maybe you had like problems along the way, you know, obstacles, and it really like you really related those issues to like how you felt about yourself. So if things went wrong, you'd be like, wow, like I'm stupid, how did I let this happen? How is this, like, how is my business going to take off now, or how is my inspiration or my dream going to take off now? But you really did, I feel like you really had to learn to surrender. Okay, I feel like you really had troubles, like you've realized that you can't do everything on your own. I feel like you probably had like ego issues, and you might even be going through that like right now in this lifetime. Your ego was telling you like you have to do all of this on your own, no one else is going to help you. But I feel like you did connect to your spirituality and your intuition, because you have the Empress here, and I feel like you had to learn to trust your gut feeling when it came to things, and to like let things like flow naturally. And you know, just because something went wrong doesn't mean that you have to like feel bad about yourself because of it, or beat yourself up about it. Okay, I really feel like you had to learn to let go and surrender surrender that ego and that feeling of like correlating your motivation and your business and your inspiration to like your self-esteem and how it relates to you. Yeah, because it says you have the Angel of Freedom here, so I feel like you did offer your dream or your idea to like a group of people, and they may not have taken it well, but you still held on to it. You're like, no, like I don't care what it takes, this is going to blossom, this is going, like I have faith now. Like you really did have a lot of faith in your dream. Like you were not gonna let it stop you from like letting your dreams come true. Yeah, I feel like you did. I feel like you honestly had a little bit of trust issues as well. Like you had issues like trusting in the divine and trusting in spirit, in the universe, etc., God, you know. I feel like you could have struggled with trust issues in this lifetime if you hadn't like solved that issue in that past life. Let's see. We have Justice here. So I feel like you really had to balance your heart and your practicality here, because along with those trust issues, you had to balance your emotions, and I feel like you had to learn to trust other people in order to like allow your dream or your business to blossom, because there's the Eight of Swords here. When I see this card, I think of like I think of you like sharing your ideas with others, you know, sharing it with people that are going to respect it and that are going to help you bring this idea to light. And I feel like you were a meditator. You meditated a lot, and you like really thought about your dream. I feel like you really did hold like your dream on a pedestal, because you were holding on to it, and you weren't going to let anyone like tell you otherwise. But I also feel like it's the Ten of Cups in reverse here. I'm trying to think here. So I feel like I should get to that later, because you do have the Empress here. Let me see. I feel like these two correspond. I feel like this might have to do with a love interest. I feel like, because the Empress in reverse here, I feel like you probably dealt with a woman in this lifetime, because I did say that this is a male. So, you know, you could have, even if it is a female, you could have had a woman love interest, or just a woman in general in your life. It doesn't have to be a love interest, but just a woman that, it could have been a mother, because the Empress is like very fertile, but that's just besides the point. But regardless, this person really was like, I feel like they kind of like they stopped you from seeing the true potential of yourself, because you have the Knight of Cups here, and I feel like this is you, you know, holding that cup in your hand, like, and then he's like standing over like a circle. It's almost like he's like risking it all to like do this. So I feel like you really did have to risk a lot in order to make your dreams come true. But I do feel like your dreams did actually come true, okay? I feel like with your strength and how much you persevered through everything, and you cut through all the things that were not serving you, and you let go of those like limiting ideas and beliefs, and that ego telling you like, oh, if this goes wrong, then it's your fault. If this goes wrong, then you're a horrible person, you know? Like, you really have to let go of that. And I feel like in this lifetime you do have a lot of, you trust in the divine easily, your spirit, God, etc. You do have a lot of faith in this lifetime. I feel like you have a lot of faith in yourself as well, and you're probably a very, very, very strong person. I feel like you're strong in like your spirit, mind, body, and soul. I feel like you may not surrender as easily in this lifetime. I don't know why I'm getting that. I feel like you may not surrender as easily, or maybe like at first you kind of like didn't want to surrender everything, but like you got to a point where you're like, you know what, my intuition has always been right. It has never led me astray. Because in this past life, I feel like your intuition definitely did not lead you astray, and it helped you to like just risk it all, be vulnerable, and allow this dream to come true. Because you also have the King of Wands at the end, and I feel like this is really you standing in your power at the end, like, you know, like showing everyone like, my idea wasn't stupid, my dream wasn't stupid, it took off, it you know, you really did, like, you became, I feel like you were successful in this life, and you really did, like, you ended up being happy in this life despite all of the obstacles that you went through to get there, and all these people like trying to like tell you like your idea is stupid and it's not gonna fulfill you. Like, you were like, it is gonna fulfill me, I feel it, like I have this feeling in my heart, in my gut, and I know it's gonna come true. So how this relates to you and affects you in this lifetime, I'm trying to see if I can get any more messages. I feel like I feel like you dream big as well. You might also be into like business and marketing and all that type of things. I feel like you are also like still in this King of Wands. I feel like even if you're a female in this life, you kind of like have that energy of like the King of Wands, maybe even the Queen of Wands, you know, like where you just stand up for yourself. You're very strong. You stand in your power, because I feel like in a past life you were like, you became like the king of your world or the queen of your world, and like in this life you probably feel like you're on top even when you're not like specifically on top. Like, you still like are in that energy of being like, don't mess with me, don't, you know, like, don't mess with me, don't try me, like everything that I do is gonna like be successful. I am successful, you know, like you're really like just a very strong person, and I love it. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. If the reading resonated, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. My name is Kay, and hopefully I can catch you at the end of this video. Ooh. Alright, group number 2 at 1313. Okay, so this group here, this is going to be a tough group for me to get through, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, I hope not, but I feel like I low-key might like get a little bit emotional, because when I was channeling this message, I am aware of one of my past lives, and it has to do with this group as well. So this is like, this message is for like, you know, me and this, whoever's watching this. So because this group really is kind of deep, okay? I can already feel it. Like, I know this group is going to be super deep, so, you know, bring out the tissues if you want to, but, you know. So this is the stone that I chose for this group. I really felt like this is going to be that stone for this group. Before I get started, I'm going to read out the automatic writing and channeling that I did. And so this group: chains, slavery, dark rooms, sweaty, abuse, mental torture. This is the slave group, you know. I feel like you guys might, like, I feel like this group, you guys probably are very, what's the word? Like, when it comes to injustice and, like, slavery, you might be interested in those topics, or you might, like, feel like, ugh, around those topics. Like, I can't listen to this, you know. This group, though, this is gonna be intense, okay? Okay, cool. Alright, Page of Cups, 4 of Cups reversed, 9 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Chariot reversed, 4 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, the Angel of Adventure, the Angel of Wisdom, the Angel of Honesty, the Angel of Birth, the Angel of Group Consciousness, the Angel of Love, the Hierophant, Nine of Wands, Two of Cups reverse, the Devil, oof, Two of Pentacles, and Knight of Cups. Then for your oracle cards, you have don't let pride get in your way, hold your vision. Okay, so let's see where I'm going to start here. I think I'm going to start with the oracle cards here. So you have don't let pride get in your way in full moon in Leo, hold your vision, fixed moon. Let's see. Wow, this is interesting. So the Hierophant is actually pulling me in when I read this. Don't let your pride get in your way. So I feel like in this lifetime, you are definitely someone that you looked beyond the norm. Like you saw things for what they truly were and not for what people perceived them to be, or like how other people perceived them to be. And I feel like you saw the world in such a different way, but you couldn't express this because the Devil here, chained, like you were chained to something. You were dealing with like issues. Like I feel like you dealt with a lot of like mental issues as well, like a lot of addictions. And I'm getting like different addictions for different people. You could have been addicted to drugs, you could have just been like chained, you know, like because this is like the slavery group, so you could have been just like literally chained, you know, chained to your way of thinking, or people were like trying to like, they didn't want you to have this way of thinking, like, and you like you didn't express this, is what I'm getting from the Hierophant here. I feel like you like really held it in, like you didn't, like you probably didn't feel comfortable expressing it because you were surrounded by people. You were like, I can't tell them this. Like if I tell them this, then I'm gonna be screwed, or I'm gonna be, you know, I'm not gonna end up in a good situation if I tell everyone this. Like they're gonna think I'm crazy, or they're gonna do something bad to me, you know, that type of energy. I feel like you could have been a loner in this lifetime. Like you could have been someone that, I feel like you really wanted to take your own path, like because you have the Page of Cups here as well. Like you were someone that wanted to take your own path, but wherever you were, you just felt stuck. You felt like you couldn't be who you were. You were just that feeling of being stuck. You were like, I can't go anywhere. And for some of you, the color yellow or like the sun may be very significant to you in this lifetime, because there's a lot of yellow here, or you could be connected to archangels or angels with the color yellow. I'm not sure who they are or what they might be, but the Angel of Wisdom, I feel like you're also very wise. You're an old soul for sure. You've been through a lot in all of your lifetimes. All becomes possible. Yeah, you're very wise, and like I feel like you really couldn't share what you had. Like you had so many ideas, but it was like you were surrounded by the same people. Like you were just surrounded by just the same people, and you weren't allowed to stand up for yourself. You just didn't stand up for yourself. Like you were like something special. Like you knew there was something different about you. You knew that there was something special about you, but you couldn't really like express it, or it was just like all in your head basically. And I feel like you dealt with issues like, is this like real? Is what I'm thinking real? And I feel like in this lifetime, you probably are like have the same unique way of thinking, and you like to express it a lot. Like you like to share things with the world, like you like to share things with everyone else, like you like to share what you think, because in this lifetime you really did not have the chance to share what you think. So I feel like in this lifetime you're like, I need to tell everyone, like I need to like wake everyone up, you know. You're probably very woke. The Angel of Honesty, let's see here. I feel like you really did want to go off and like just like go on your own. Like you were just really had this independent energy about you, but like it was just like you were just being held back. You weren't surrounded by, like, no matter what, it was like the connections and the people that you connected with, they weren't people that you could be honest with. Like you really, like, you're a very honest person. You were very honest even in this lifetime. It was hard for you to connect with other people because you're so like blunt and honest. And I feel like in this lifetime you are very honest, because you see things at its core. You don't see things for what people portray them to be. Like you see things like in such a special way. I'm actually getting choked up about this. Like, what that? We're not okay. The Angel of Birth, let's see. I feel like you honestly had a child, if I'm being real with you, in this lifetime. So like for the people that were like women at least, or even if you were a male, like you could have like, you know, impregnated someone. But I feel like you had a child, and this child, like, they really brought something new into your life, and they helped you to like protect your faith basically. I'm not sure how to make sense of that. I feel like this child of yours, or like just, you don't even have to have given birth to them, but you could have been like had like something new, something changed in your life which caused you to like, I feel like there was like a major shift that happened in your life, and then it caused you to like strengthen your faith in spirit, God, the universe, whatever, you know, whatever you want to call it. But it really caused you to kind of like, I feel like you became abundant towards the end of your life, but the abundance I'm getting wasn't even like monetary. It could have been monetary for some of you, but I feel like for a majority of you, it was almost like this abundance of like mental, like not even mental, it's like being abundant in your knowledge, like your wisdom, like you like, but it was like still the devil energy. Like I feel like even if you like broke free from the slavery or the chains that you were in, it was like you still felt like mentally enslaved afterwards. And you have the angel of group consciousness. I feel like you found a group, like your soul tribe, you found a group of people that you really could connect to. Yeah, definitely, because you have here, like you have this Two of Pentacles here. So I feel like after you broke free from like the chains or whatever you were in, you found a group of people, or maybe like you went into like, what's it called, where you like go meet a group of people that have been through the same experience that you've gone through. Like you went through like just something similar to that, and you connected with people that you could share your gifts or things with, and it caused you to realize like I am special, like, you know, I'm not crazy. Everyone was attacking me for these beliefs, or I felt like I was going to be attacked for these beliefs, but I wasn't crazy, like I was right all along. And let's see, you have the Two of Pentacles in both cards, and they're literally like the exact same like artwork. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like the same artwork. I love that. But you could also be seeing 22 or just twos in general, because I really love this card. Honestly, this is like, I feel like you really did have a lot of love. Like despite anything that you went through, you always had love. Like that is so like strong. Like I feel like even in this lifetime, you still have a lot of love no matter what you go through, no matter how people treat you, what you go through, like the hardships that you go through. Like you always have so much love for the world and the people around you. And I feel like there's definitely like, I feel like for a lot of you, it could even be like a twin flame that you connect to, either in this life or your past life, or like both lifetimes. But I feel like there's just like one specific person, I don't know, like for a lot of you, I feel like there's one specific person, and it's like you can tell this person anything. Like it doesn't even have to be a twin flame, it could be like your mom or your sister or something, like a soulmate. But there's like one specific person in your life, maybe you haven't even met them yet in this life, but there's like one specific person that I'm getting that like really you connect to on like a different level. And I'm trying to figure out how this King of Cups is reversed here. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like you went through a lot of emotional trauma, and you really did turn things around for yourself with the people that you connected with like afterward, and the things that you went through. Because like you just went through a lot in your past life, and it was like after like all the like hell that you went through, all of that trauma, like you really like went on top. You stood on top, you still had all of the love, you like connected with like your strength. And I'm still, don't let pride go. I already talked about that card, but I feel like you had to like, you really like had to break free from this, and you did break free. I feel like you did break free, but you still dealt with like issues of like thinking like, oh my God, like these people are still after me. Because like for me specifically, I know that it was like sex trafficking, and it was like I had to clear karma from that past life recently. And I feel like you always wanted to break free. Like you were like the, I don't know how to say this, like you knew that there was more to life for the world, and you wanted to break free from the chains that you were in. And I feel like you did break free, okay? You did definitely break free, but even afterwards you still felt like there was like people watching you, or people like being after you. So you might be a little bit paranoid, you might even be like a little bit wary of like stories about sex trafficking, or just slavery in general, like the topic of slavery. Because I feel like for some of you it could have been like literal slavery, like I mean obviously all of it's literal slavery, but like the, what's it called, like American slavery, you know, where like, because I did see like a black man, like a dark man with like sweat. I don't know, that could be like specific to some of you, so I feel like that could have been relevant for you in your lifetime. But yeah, that's all I'm getting for you guys. Hopefully the reading resonated. If it did, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. My name is Kay, and hopefully I can catch you at the end of this video. Alright, group number 3 at 2449. Okay, group number 3. Let us see here. So group number 3, so this is my child group. Honestly, this is probably like one of the lightest, like lighthearted groups that I have out of all of these, because when I was channeling the messages, I did some automatic writing and I saw a small child, specifically like a little girl. So you might be like, actually I'm gonna get into that later, but so I feel like your childhood was significant, or you just did a lot of inner child work in your past life, or you could be working on your inner child in this lifetime because of that lifetime. I was getting dolls, like vintage, swing sets, privileged family. I feel like you had a family that was wealthy or well off financially. I was getting the 1800s, Victorian era. You might be like interested in that in this lifetime, or like classical things, classical artwork, classical music, romanticism, gothic literature, or like romantic literature. I feel like you might be into vintage things as well, or like have like a weird like connection, or like you might be like into that stuff and you're not really sure why, but this past life, this is why, okay? All right, so we have the angel of responsibility, the angel of positivity, wow, the angel of cooperation, the angel of strength. This is actually really beautiful and really interesting because I read these cards based off of the artwork, and in the first 2 cards you have like a little girl in them, and they're both like the same person too. Like they have the same color hair, the same color wings, the same color dress. So I feel like your childhood was very extremely significant. And we're starting off with the Page of Wands, which is that like an innocent, fresh, new energy. Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands, 2 of Cups reversed, 6 of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, the Emperor, and Temperance in reverse. Or the Emperor is reversed and the 5 of Cups is reversed. And then we have Death, 8 of Swords reversed, 4 of Wands, 7 of Cups reversed, Ace of Wands. And then for our oracle cards, we got Meditate and Contemplate. Conclusions are within reach. Okay. So let's see here. So I feel like your childhood was very, very, very significant in this life. Like you might be even into like childish things in this lifetime. Not like childish, but you know, like into kitty type things. I don't know how to explain it. But I feel like your parents or like your caretakers in your past life really did work you hard. Like they wanted you to be responsible, because I feel like you were a very free spirit, and you could have been a little bit like, people would view you as immature, but you were just like very like innocent and free. You like to experience things on your own. You like to fall down and get yourself back up, and people, when they saw you fall down, they're like, no, you can't do that, you can't. Like they're really like, I feel like people really like were like hovering over you, like helicopter parenting. But I feel like you also like, my mind is filled with positive thoughts. I feel like you were just like a very happy type of kid. Like I was getting like a really happy kid here. I feel like you were just like very innocent, very happy, very hyper, and I feel like you did meditate a lot, and it caused you to have a spiritual awakening at a young age, because you do have the Queen of Wands in reverse here. So I feel like you were kind of afraid to like talk about it or like stand up for yourself. Like I feel like with your like helicopter parenting or whatever, whoever you were surrounded by that was like hovering over you, you couldn't like talk to them about things. Maybe like your spiritual gifts or your spiritual things that you went through. You might feel like the need to like talk about it to your parents in this lifetime. And because I feel like here with the Queen of Wands, like they really like caused you to not see like the potential that you had in yourself, because the Queen of Wands is reversed here. I feel like they wanted to like block you from your intuition, but you were like, no ma'am. So you're like, nope, not today, okay? I'm about to be reborn. You really had that death, you had that rebirth, and then I feel like it really did change your life for the better, because you have the Ace of Cups here. I feel like you kind of like started anew almost, and you kind of like, yeah, you have the Nine of Pentacles here. I feel like you were very well off financially in this lifetime, and I feel like the people around you tried to like make you see, like it's like they tried to like trap you, like in the way of thinking. Like maybe they were extremely religious, I'm getting, like for some of you, they could have been like very, very religious, and they didn't want you to see like they didn't, like they just like, it's like they were just blinding you with like the things that they told you, and you like knew that there was more to what they were saying. You're like, like none of this is like even making sense. So you might have like a weird like vibe about like religious things or religion in general, or like just something that you kind of like, you're like, this isn't sitting well with me. Like there's something about it that I just But I feel like you saw through these like constraints that they were putting on you, and you were like, like after, especially after you had this rebirth of yours, you were like, no, there's more beyond this. It's not what you're telling me. Like there's more to the world. And the angel of cooperation. But while I feel like you cooperated with what you had while you could, like you didn't really express it to others, but like while you were like still living, while you were still like in their household or like living with them or dependent on them, you were like, you know what, I'm just gonna play their game. I'm gonna, you know, act like I know what I'm doing. You know, I'm gonna act like how they want me to act, but you know, in reality, I'm dealing with this on the inside. Like I know that there's more to this. I'm not gonna, you know, because I feel like even in this lifetime, you might feel the need to like not be like constrained with what you think. Like if you think something, you're gonna say it, you know, like you're not gonna be like closed off. And I feel like for some of you, you still might have that feeling like I can't share this. You might be dealing with that issue now, but I feel like you did want to go off on your own. Like you really like wanted to like be on your own. And you know, people like they tried to hold you down. Like they wanted to hold you down. They wanted to tell you like, no, you can't do this. Like you can't go on your own. You can't be independent. But you're like, no, I know I'm supposed to be free. I'm gonna be stable. I am free. And you were stable. You became like a very stable in your life in many aspects. But it was definitely when you like found the strength in yourself and the way you viewed the world. Like you saw the world. It's like you could see the world like from like a different view. Like your soul, it was like you just like followed your soul. And you like, and people, I feel like you really did, like you probably got into it a lot with people about what you believed, but you're especially like an authority figure in your life. So maybe it was your parents. They were like, you can't believe that. Like why would you believe that? You're going to hell, or you're, you know, like they put a lot of illusions, but you saw through it. Like you saw through all of the illusions that these people tried to like feed you in your life. And I feel like you do see through all the illusions that in this lifetime as well, or at least like you question the things that are happening, but conclusions are within reach. I feel like this happened like once you became free, like you became your own person, you found your inner strength, you like realized like these conclusions like happened for you. Like you became stable, you became like balanced. You could have been a little bit impatient in the process. You're like, when is this gonna happen? When is my breakthrough gonna happen? But it definitely did happen, because I feel like you became like, you probably like were a little bit imbalanced financially for a little bit, but you did have like a spark at the end. Like there's this Ace of Wands here, which is like that spark of imagination, that spark of inspiration, and you really like held on to like your belief system. And you really did, like, I feel like you could be very positive in this lifetime, like very optimistic. You don't like for people to hold you down. You don't like authority figures as well. Like authority figures, you see through all the illusions that people like try to put in your face. You're like, no, this isn't true. Like you probably do stand up for yourself in this lifetime as well. And yeah, you guys are a very, very strong group here. Your childhood was very significant, okay? But yeah, that's all I'm getting for this group. Hopefully the reading resonated. If it did, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to, of course. My name is Kay, and hopefully I can catch you at the end of this video. Oops, got some cards mixed in here. Alright. Alright, group number 33340, or group number 43344. Alright, group number 4. So this is my very last group with the rose quartz. So this is going to be your reading. Oh, before I pull out my cards, I did automatic writing or channeling. So your past life. So I saw a ball, like a huge circle. And so I feel like you went through a lot of cycles in this life, or like you went through many cycles. You probably didn't realize you were going through cycles, but in the world, like the earth, like I feel like that's significant. I feel like you've also could have been egocentric in this lifetime. Like you could have been very like you thought the world revolved around you. But I feel like at the same time you met someone in this life, and it's like your world just completely changed. Like your world stopped basically. And this is a strong male energy in this life. So could have been a male, don't have to be, but you know, for a lot of you could be. The angel of health, the angel of communication, the angel of purification, the angel of understanding, the angel of grace, the angel of inspiration, the fool, the star, King of Cups reversed, Nine of Wands reversed, the World, Three of Wands, the Tower, Seven of Cups, the Devil, Queen of Pentacles. Oop, my cards are not in order. That's gonna bother me. Okay, there we go. Now I fixed it. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why am I counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm just... Math is my favorite subject. Yeah, I can't count. Like in the other video, I said like, oh, 7 plus 2 is 8. Okay. I can count, I swear. Some days I just be off, okay? I have my off days. The Chariot, Judgment, the Star reversed, 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Let me see. Let me just move these over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I'm gonna start off with your oracle cards. You got 3. So you got nothing will come of this situation. Don't let your past hold you back. Adjustments are required. So this really just like confirms what I was saying. I feel like you went through a lot of cycles in this life. There's probably like one specific cycle you continuously went through, and it's like you didn't even like notice it because it was like so ego driven. Like you were just like so like I just feel like you were just like the world revolves around me, and I feel like you even got to a point in your life where you realized like the same thing is happening to me over and over and over again. Like I make the same decision, the same outcome happens. So you're like, I'm gonna change this decision now. Nothing will come of this situation. Adjustments are required. So you did adjust your life, and it says don't let your past hold you back. But we're gonna have to see, okay? Because this is just the oracle cards alone. So with the don't let your past hold you back, I feel like after the cycle ended and you saw through it, you're like, dang, like can I even continue to like go after what I want to? Because I feel like, I don't know, you're probably like, I don't know, I feel like this isn't gonna work out now because like I like ruined it for myself. But we're gonna have to see, okay? So you have the Star in both decks, okay? But the Star is reversed in the second deck. So you have the Star upright in the White Sage Tarot, and then you have the Star reversed in the Monday Mystic Tarot deck. So what was I gonna say? 17 might be significant. It could be your birthday or the 8th as well. Let me see if any other numbers are popping out to me. You also have the World here, and I was saying like round, like I just saw like a huge, like the earth and the world, like significant. You also have like, there's just like a lot of circle imagery here, like a lot of like, you have the 10 of Cups here, and like there's just a bunch of circles here. So I feel like circles could be significant, or like cycles. Maybe like you guys like see through your cycles in this lifetime because of that past lifetime you went through. Like you see through all of the cycles that are happening here. But let's get into it because I feel like this group is gonna have a lot. So let's see. The whole being is healthy and filled with the energy of love. So health, interesting. I feel like your health, you could have had like poor health or like health issues in your life or your past life, sorry. And I feel like you connected with a lot of people from a distance. But I feel like, I'm trying to figure out what these cards are. Let me see. Okay, so you have the Angel of Health, 3 of Wands reversed, the Chariot, Angel of Communication, the Star, the Tower reversed, and Judgment. Interesting. So I feel like the person that you met that like changed you, or like changed how you thought about yourself or viewed the world, they were probably someone from a distance. So you could even like have a love interest from a distance in this lifetime. But I feel like this person like was like almost, I want to say they were like a wish come true. Like they turned everything around for you, because you have the Tower in reverse here, and upright, that's like your karmic cycles you were going through. And it's like when you met this person, everything just like turned around and you were just like, what the heck? So I feel like this was probably a twin flame, because you have the Judgment card here. I feel like this person like really spiritually awakened you, or like brought a lot of knowledge into your life, and a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and they helped you to improve your health and to like take leaps of faith in your life. Because I feel like you kind of dealt with like, you had issues like connecting with people, probably because you were so egocentric, like you didn't get along well with others. But there was like just one person that you were like, oh my gosh, I love this person. And you kind of like, you wanted to feel free, like you wanted to just feel like this person, I feel like this person felt like free, like they were like the embodiment of what you wanted to be. Like it was like they were a wish come true, because everything that they did, it was like you wanted that to an extent. Like you wanted to be that person, you wanted to be by their side, like in the same energy that they were in. Like they were very free. You might like be like, when you see someone that's like that, you're like, wow, that person's like, they're living their best life and I love it, you know. Sorry. Angel of Purification, King of Cups reverse. I feel like you had like a lot of emotional things that were going on that like caused you to like, it was almost like stunting your growth in a way, because I feel like you did have a lot of dreams and a lot of wishes, and when they didn't come true, you were like, it's my fault, my past, because of what I did in the past, how I treated people in the past. Like this is like my fault, this is my karmic debt coming back to really repay itself. But I feel like you really did like purify yourself. Like you saw like what was going on. You were like, I need to change things around. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm going to change things around, okay? So I feel like you became more understanding. You started to see like through all of these issues that you're going through. Like you started to see through all of these problems that you're going, like these cycles and these addictions that you were faced with. You were like, I can't do this anymore. I'm turning things around for myself. I don't want to be like feeling like, oh, I have everything, except like there's just this hole missing in my heart because I can't like see what's going on besides like what my ego is telling me, or what is like the limiting mindset that I have. And I feel like because of that, you actually you became emotionally complete when you like let go of that thinking, like that mindset, those beliefs that like limited you. And I feel like in this lifetime you could either be like aggravated with people that are like egocentric, or you might be a little bit like attracted to it, or like you're like, how can I fix you, basically. Because I feel like you went through a rebirth in this lifetime, like a really big transformation. You even have, oh, I thought you did have the angel transformation, but I thought of it in my head. But I feel like you went through a big transformation. You became more graceful. You started to see the world a lot differently, and I feel like you connected with your mother. Could be significant in this lifetime. Sorry, like you might have a close relationship with your mom, because I feel like in this past life you probably, I feel like this is more like you had a child with the person that you loved, and it was like this person, like when you started a family with them, like they just made your, like they just saw through everything that you were just putting on. Like they saw through all of it, and they like were telling you like, you gotta change, you can't do this anymore, like change for yourself, do it for yourself, not for me or for like our future together, do it for you. And you did change, and you like, I feel like you had a future with this person. You were really in love with this person, like you were very, very in love. Like, but it was very my video got cut off, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to like finish this group, because gotta finish it. But I feel like you were very in love with this person. They were very nurturing, very loving. You might even know a person in this lifetime that's very like similar to that. It could be a mother, or it could actually be a love interest that you have, and it's like very, because it is a twin flame, so you might even know them in this lifetime. But this person would be very nurturing, very loving. Like they're very like someone that you could see like having your kids. And you know, like I'm saying this like as they're a female, but they could also be a male, because like I just feel like for a lot of you it's like a female. But in the past life at least they were a female. But Angel of Inspiration, I feel like you had a lot of like, I feel like you were very creative. You might be into creative things as well, but I feel like you kind of like, let's see, you have the 5 of Pentacles reversed here. So I feel like this opened up many doorways for you in the future. Like I feel like once you followed your heart and your soul and your inspiration, your heart, you like, you really did like open up many doorways that you didn't even realize were open before. You just like turned things around for yourself in this lifetime. So yeah, that's all I got for this group. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, my name is, if the reading resonated, drop a like, comment, subscribe if you want to. And my name is Kay. Hopefully I can catch you at the end of this video, which is literally right now. So if you made it to the end, thank you so much. Comment some ideas, some video ideas I can make, you know. Thank you so much for supporting me, okay? And I'm gonna try to make this like outro very short, because I don't want my video to cut off again. But thank you so much for watching and supporting me. Peace.